Hey everyone, welcome back to B-Man is Mad. It's March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's my official second YouTube video under B-Man's Mad channel, so make sure those of you who are new like and subscribe. And I really appreciate it. Okay, so when I discussed earlier in my first video that I don't want to get into politics right away, it's kind of a sensitive subject. I want to be able to talk about everything else but that right now. Like I said, the WWE, college football, and among other things. But since we all have been talking about it and people have asked me, I've had a couple comments on my last video. Would you be willing to make an opinion about the coronavirus and how the government is handling it? This makes it for a special exception since it's the big thing on the plate right now in the world. Another thing I wanted to say is this is my second video in 1 week. I don't want to convolute my page too much. I will only try to make about 2 videos a month or every other week. So since this is a special thing going on right now, it's too much that that I can't not talk about. But one of the comments was asked to me was, would you be willing to make your opinion about it? I don't want to talk about it from a government shutdown aspect. I don't want to get into that politics, but I will look at it from a sports world, how it's affecting that, because this page, the channel is mostly about sports and wrestling, but I will look at it from sports and wrestling because it's affecting both. Now let's start with sports. I am 40 years old. I have never seen anything like this before. This is crazy. This is the time of March Madness right now. There would be 2 playing games on tonight. The official March Madness would begin this Thursday. It's not going to be on. They canceled it, and it's crazy. I've never seen this before. The closest thing we've seen to this was in 2001 when 9/11 happened. They canceled sports for a whole week, but it started right up with George Bush Jr. throwing out the first pitch at the Yankees game. That was electric. That brought us all together because that's what sports do, and it's difficult right now not being able to watch sports, but I understand the reason why. We're trying to protect people from it spreading, and that I get that, but the whole thing is just surreal. It's unbelievable to turn on the TV and just not see sports right now, and it is affecting the WWE. And speaking of the WWE, I have a little bit of so and so feeling about what they're doing. The rumor is that they might even cancel WrestleMania now because at first they were just going to have it in a training gym at their facility. The last 2 Raws and SmackDowns have been on there, and they want to have WrestleMania there, but a lot of fans aren't happy about that because they want to have a crowd base. And look, I think Vince McMahon needs to be very careful with this because WWE is not in a healthy state right now. A lot of your talent is pushed away. People aren't watching it like they used to. SmackDown I think has better talent than Raw does. You have Randy Orton on Raw, and you have Brock Lesnar that comes on Raw, but Brock Lesnar only comes around when he wants to. And I'm a huge Brock Lesnar fan, but I'm just telling you guys from a fan standpoint, what they think. And I like AJ Styles. I think he's a great character. I think his mic skills are getting a lot better than they used to be. This whole thing with The Undertaker is great, actually. It was a great promo the other night when he called out The Undertaker and even mentioned his wife and insulted him and his wife. That was great. That was great writing by the WWE writers. Now, the thing that's plaguing the WWE is some of their characters are so drawn out and so watered down and so bad that the story writing for it is pretty awful. Like Bayley is a terrible, my opinion, of course. Bayley is a terrible performer. She's this angry character who just has no reason to be angry. Like they didn't build up her character. She just turned heel one night and became the heel turn. When she was the face, when she of the WWE's women's division, and then all of a sudden she just has this attitude, and it was poorly written. That's kind of basically what's plaguing the WWE right now, and it doesn't help that Brock Lesnar only comes back once a month, 2 times every 2 months, and then F5 someone leaves, wins a championship, holds the belt for half a year. People don't like that, and this whole thing with the coronavirus going on, I think Vince and the leaders of the WWE, or I should say the people that run the WWE, need to be very careful with what they need to do here. Okay. Now I will say this: there is a rumor going on that they might shift it to June and have it at the Madison Square Garden in New York. That's the big thing right now. I don't know if it's been confirmed. I don't know if it's a real rumor. There's a lot of fake news on the internet right now, but I think that's a great idea. But we see the thing is we don't know how long this virus is going to hold down the country and sporting events and the WWE. We just don't know how long this is going to go on. So I think you got to take a shot here, Vince, if you're listening, and I hope you are listening. And if you are, Vince, please like and subscribe to my page. Maybe one day I can interview you, but I'm pipe dreaming about that. But anyways, if you're listening, Vince, be careful here. Push it back to June or possibly even July. Your ratings will be great. Okay, trust me, because you've got some pretty decent matches in the WrestleMania this year. I think the match, even though I've been criticizing him, Brock Lesnar, well, not me personally, but fans criticize Brock Lesnar for only coming around for time zero. We've already covered that. But the story with him and Drew McIntyre could be a great story. This could be the Drew McIntyre's time where he wins the belt. And I think him being at an empty arena, him winning the belt there, that would not fit for the kind of year that he's had starting in the late 2019 to now, would kind of dampen his ride to glory right now, because he's getting to the top, and I think he will beat Brock Lesnar. I think the story is going to be that he's going to beat Brock Lesnar, and this is going to be Drew McIntyre's time, because he's coming to the point where he needs to be on top, because he's a good performer and he's a good wrestler. So it'll just be interesting to see what the WWE does here. If they ask for my opinion, I'd say absolutely cancel the event, push it to June, maybe possibly July, in New York at the Madison Square Garden, or even an outdoor arena. If this thing gets better and we begin to trust each other, where we can go outside and we can be around thousands of people. So that's the way I look at it from the standpoint. It's surreal. It's unbelievable not to see sports on TV right now, but it's for a good cause, because we don't understand this virus and the strains that it's had, that we're not able to combat it with vaccines and medicine. But they are going to make vaccines and medicine. I'm not a medical professional at all means, but I'm being confident that we will get there. And just wash your hands. That's all I can say. But thank you for joining me, listening, and like and subscribe. Leave a comment what I can improve on. Let me know what you think. Was I all over the place too much? I'm new at this. I want to get better. And you guys listen, and I appreciate you guys listen. Take care, be safe, and wash your hands.